Theresa May in Parliament. Credit Jessica Taylor, AFP. After Theresa May's withdrawal agreement was rejected in her third attempt to get it through Parliament last week, MPs will today vote on a number of alternatives in a second round of indicative votes. Where does this leave the Brexit process? Is the Prime Minister going to have to resign soon? Read on to find out. What happens next? Today MPs will have their say in a second round of indicative votes to try to find an alternative they prefer after failing to back any of the 8 options put to them last Wednesday. The options that were rejected by the smallest margins were a so-called confirmatory referendum, and a customs union, with 268 MPs backing the former and 264 going for the latter. Ideas relating to that, or perhaps combining both, will be on the cards. Many of last week's 8 options have returned for round 2, but some have been replaced with new alternatives. If they fail to reach a conclusion yet again, Jeremy Corbyn will continue pushing for a general election. Mrs May has said that she fears we are reaching the limits of the process, given how many options MPs have rejected, so she could sympathise if MPs fail to come up with another option. Voting is expected to begin at 8 p.m, with results expected at about 10 p.m. Is Mrs May about to resign? The Prime Minister has made it clear she was not going anywhere yet. She told MPs she would keep pressing the case for an orderly Brexit, in her quest to deliver on the referendum result, suggesting she could even try to push for a 4th vote on her deal. Of course, if she fails, or MPs force her to pursue too soft a Brexit, she could well be pushed to the brink of resignation. Brexit this week. How events could unfold. The UK has just under 2 weeks to come up with a plan. This is because the House of Commons' failure to ratify a deal this week means that Article 50 has only been delayed until April 12. Donald Tusk has indicated that he will call a European Council summit ahead of it on April 10, so the UK will need to be able to make clear in advance what it intends to ask European leaders for next. In view of the rejection of the withdrawal agreement by the House of Commons, I have decided to call a European Council on the 10th of April. At the last EU summit, it was France that had to be carefully and sensitively talked down, mainly by Poland, from pushing the UK into a no-deal scenario. Mr Macron wouldn't be the only leader tearing their hair out if Mrs May failed to provide a new proposal. The Netherlands, usually a close ally of the UK, is beginning to feel despondent about the latest twist in the process, according to one source. Brexit Bulletin promotion. End of article.